welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
BBB Sports and Johnston Coca-Cola proudly present live high school football action on cable TV. It's the Coke Friday Night Game of the Week, live on Channel 7 from Harriman High School. The Friday Night Game of the Week is brought to you by Coke, Eddie's Body Shop, Rome Medical Center, J.D. Byrider, Scanlon Lumber Company, Junior's Restaurant, Rockwood Electric Utility, Griffin Insurance, Innovative Housing, and the Roan Eye Center. And now, for all of the live football action, here's Tony Brown and Ron Berry.
Well, a very special good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, a beautiful, beautiful fall evening here at Wallace Black Field on the campus of Harriman High School. And Tony Brown, just a perfect night for high school football.
Well, I tell you, Ron, it's beautiful out here. The weather's nice, not a cloud in the sky. The fans are beginning to come in. Alcoa's out on the field. Harriman's on the field. I'm ready. It's going to cool off here in just a minute, and what a night for high school football.
Well, and we're certainly glad to have you with us on this first Coca-Cola Game of the Week for 1997. We're tickled to death to be here and glad that you're with us for another season of high school football. Both of these teams tonight vying for their first victory of the season, Tony, as well as a big region game. Alcoa defeated last night in their big arch rival game with Maryville, and Harriman defeated in their inter-county rivalry with Kingston.
You know, Ron, both those scores somewhat the same. As we have Alcoa being defeated by a score of 35-17, and then of course the Harriman score was 35-14. So close to the same scores for both these teams in non-region play to start things out last Friday night. Harriman played in front of a big crowd last week, and I'm sure that Alcoa did too over there with that big rivalry too. But look for a good ball game tonight. I know that they're wanting to get to region play and try to get both of them trying to go for the big win.
Of course, and one of the things that both of these coaches have done this week is to try to instill in their players that last week game was just that, Tony, a big rivalry, but this is the one that goes in the books for the playoffs. Coach Gary Bailey, new head coach here at Harriman High School, knows the importance of this game, trying to catch perhaps Alcoa, Tony, from a little letdown, because the Alcoa Maryville game, as we've talked about earlier in the week, a huge rivalry, even had to close the street between those two cities a couple of years. So it's a huge rivalry. Coach Bailey hoping that his football team can rebound tonight. He's got a young football team. He's moved some people around. He's put in a new offense. He's hoping that with all the practice now that his team is finally able to click. A great showing last week by the Blue Devils. 14-14 at the half, almost run the opening kickoff back, took it down and scored. But Coach Bailey's his team's got to rebound tonight, Tony. They've got to play a complete 4 quarters of football.
Well, that's right, and I think early that they'll try to come out strong. Of course, both teams will do that, but Harriman seems to try to make the plays happen early, like they did against Kingston. As you said, they came in and it was tied 14-14. Those kids did a lot of growing last week over at Dr. Nat Sugarman Memorial Field. They're eager for a big victory. And, the fans are behind them. We see jerseys and new shirts everywhere as we look down in front of us, and they say a new beginning. Got a new coach, a new head coach, 2 new assistant coaches. Coach Bailey, of course, coming in his first year, even though he's been with the Harriman coaching staff for several years. Bobby Clark jumps up to the senior assistant. And coming in helping this year is Russell Jenkins and also Guy Thompson, who has helped before. Guy used to be the head coach in basketball, and he's come back to Harriman to teach, and will be helping Coach Bailey on the sidelines. But again, it's not too late for you, the viewers of Harriman Cablevision, Comcast, BBB to come on out. There's seats left. People are still filing in. And join us here tonight at Wallace Black Field here in Harriman for the first of the 1997 edition of the Johnson Coca-Cola BBB Communications Game of the Week.
Well, Tony, Coach Phelps, on the other hand, has been at Alcoa for a number of years. A very rich tradition, not only in football, but basketball and baseball as well over there. And the last couple of years, the Tornadoes have been somewhat in sort of a standstill position. Last year was probably one of the worst years that they've had in a number of years. Coach Phelps actually had considered, I think, giving up the coaching of football.
I think he may even have turned his notice in and came back.
Exactly right, and had some other things, sort of the whole school in sort of a turmoil. But he's got some quality athletes. He's got a quarterback that's probably rated in the top 10 in the state of Tennessee, and Ben Watkins, and look for him to put on a show tonight. He's a big kid. He's 6'3", and he's 190 pounds senior. Look for him to be the leader in this football game. But lots of action here tonight. So right now we're going to go take a commercial break, and we'll be back to talk about other games in the district after these words.
The coronavirus is changing the way we live our lives, but seriously injured people still need our help. At OEB, we're committed to helping you no matter what. So, we've introduced a system where we can take care of your case almost completely electronically. You don't have to leave your home for us to start helping you. All you have to do is call. The future may feel uncertain, but we can get through it together. If you're injured, you still deserve justice. Call 546-1111. Call right now.
Harriman High School Rhapsody in Blue Marching Band performing. Okay, all right.
Okay, on the starting lineups for the Harriman Blue Devils. It'll be starting at center, it'll be J.R. Voles. Guards will be Ashley Webb and Jarrett Griffiths. The tackles will be Josh Edwards and Brian Turner. The tight end will be Josh Bennett. At wide receiver, Roy Clemens. Quarterback will be Justin Borum, and Justin is a sophomore starting at quarterback in place of his brother, Jonathan Borum, who has moved to running back, Jonathan being a senior. Nate Gaskins will be the running back. Jimmy Bankin will be the wide receiver. That's the way they'll do it for the Blue Devils, Tony. And for the Alcoa Tornadoes, it will be Jeremy Reniger at senior. Guards will be Chris Talley and Cantor Tucker. Tackles will be Herschel White and Robert Hill. Tight end will be Marcus Dean. Wide receiver will be Johnson Thornton. Quarterback will be Ben Watkins. Running backs will be T.J. Johnson, D.J. Andrews, and the wide receiver, Charles Revels.
Helping us bring you these live ball games, the only ones in the state that we're aware of that bring you Friday night live ball games. And we've been doing it for 3 or 4 or 5 years, and nothing new. We try. We may not be the best, but we sure try to have a good time. We need to tell you who our people are here this afternoon, too. I think we've got Mr. Stout on the camera that will be over to our far left. J.B. Brown's up on in the catbird seat up in the roof. Our senior camera operator tonight is Joe Tipton. Joe's been with us from the start. We really appreciate him. Our executive producer tonight is Mr. Tom Bowman, running around making sure things go right. Also, we have with us our general manager, Mr. Mike Winters, and on the board in the truck, we have Mr. Brad Jones. So we appreciate. Got Tom Moody here too with some technical assistance.
Technical advisor.
That's right.
Tom Moody.
So we appreciate Tom coming down. As you see, the meeting of the captains at the 50-yard line. Okay, as the officials get the coin and the captains, Ron, I can't see the Alcoa guys.
Well, we've got
99 and 30 according. Well, okay, 66 is Matt Branham, and number 30 is Roger Hall for Alcoa.
Brian Turner and Nate Gaskins, the captains for the Blue Devils. Alcoa has won the toss. Looks like they're going to defer, Tony, to the second half.
You know, that's pretty common nowadays for them to get the ball, and if they win the toss, is to defer and see what the other team's got, and that way they're guaranteed to come back in the second half and usually receiving the ball.
Tony, also in the stands tonight, an old football wizard here in Roane County, Coach Mark Pemberton of Upperman. They had an off week as they started their season a week early, and Coach Pemberton here just wanted to go to a ball game, said he wanted to come to the closest one. This is the only one in the county tonight.
You're exactly right. He didn't want to go watch Rockwood. They're playing down at Tellico. Ron, before we get started on a little bit sadder note, don't know if you know it or not, but former basketball coach over at Roane County High School and also former coach down at Rockwood for the girls, Freddie Paul Wilson, passed away yesterday. And, you know, he's been a fixture in girls basketball for years and years and years, you know.
Former great basketball coach.
He's had some dandies come through, but I understand that he had a stroke, and he's been fighting that for the last week or so, and that he passed away yesterday. Our prayers and our thoughts go out to his family, and I understand they're having graveside services tomorrow, and Kikers over in Kingston are in charge and serving the family. So we're ready to kick things off here tonight as we have Kevin Berry going to be kicking off for the, well, I don't know, let's see, is he or not? I believe he is.
Yes.
For the Alcoa Tornadoes. He's 6'2", 165-pound kicker. He's a junior. And back deep for Harriman is Jonathan Borum, the senior, who's moved to running back this season.
Along with Clemens and
right.
Bennett. Clemens won that run the opening kickoff back against Kingston last week. He'll take it at the 6-yard line. So Clemens trying to find a hole. He won't find one at about the 18-yard line. It'll be marked at the 19-yard line as the Tornadoes come up.
Rebels comes up and makes a stop for the Tornadoes.
So the Blue Devils will go to work now with the sophomore quarterback, Justin Borum, at the helm. Borum will have Gaskins and Jonathan Borum at the running backs. Backing will be in the slot, in the split T. It'll be the first man, Gaskins, get it, and Gaskins will get to about the 20-yard line. It's going to be a gain of a yard of about 1 for Nate Gaskins as Blue Devils try to pound it through. Coach Bobby Clark will be the offensive coordinator for the Blue Devils. So it'll be second down and about 9 yards.
There you go. May help just a little bit as we try to shuffle our paperwork around here. Just a long snap by Harriman.
This time on the little,
good running run.
Inside reverse to Bankin, and Bankin gets it out close to a first down. It will be a first down as they spot it right at the 30-yard line. So it's going to be first and 10 for the Blue Devils as, again, Tony, on the wing tee, Harriman will run the reverse 5 or 6 times a ball game.
Well, pretty good spot by the officials there. I was wondering, they knocked him back, but the official right on top of things giving him his forward progress. So that makes it first and 10, the first down of this ball game, as the Harriman Blue Devils come back to the line on their own 30.
Denard Bertram in the ball game, a senior for the Blue Devils, split wide to the left. Coach Bailey getting exactly what he wanted, some time, as Jonathan Borum goes around the right side, and he'll get it out to about the 33-yard line. Big gain of about 3. And Coach Bailey would like nothing more, Tony, than to have about a 6 or 7 minute drive with points on the board.
Well, big 195-pound senior Marvis Dean comes in and makes the stop, but still a gain of 4 for Harriman. Seem to be moving the ball pretty well, Ron Berry, as they're eating the clock away. 10:21 remaining first quarter of action, and a scoreless ball game thus far.
Coach Bailey using his wide receivers to run the plays in. Second down and about 6.
Well, movement there.
That time as
that may have been against Harriman. The other side jumped just a little bit, but I believe they got back in time before the snap here. But I believe on the right side of Harriman, they may have moved just a little bit.
Alcoa.
Okay. So that brings them on up. Be second down and probably about 2, closer to 1, I guess, as the officials pick up the flag, the first flag of the night.
So with 10:08 left here now in the first quarter of play, Clemens comes wide to the left. Banking in the slot to the right. Banking in motion as Borum this time will give to Gaskins behind the block of Bacon, and Bankin will get him out to the first down. It'll be about the 42-yard line, so it'll be another 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Well, Coach Bailey has to be pleased with the way his offense is moving the ball now, with just a little bit of help from Alcoa with that 5-yard penalty, but picking up 2 quick first downs.
But again, Tony, you know, the disciplined teams don't get a lot of those offside penalties. That's a lack of concentration, and of course Coach Phelps would certainly like to eliminate those. But the Blue Devils using it to their advantage on this first drive of this, the first Coca-Cola game of the week. Quick pitch this time to Borum. He had a cut up, and he'll get it out close to the 45-yard line as
picks up another 4 there, Ron. So still the running game doing a pretty good job for the Blue Devils.
Well, he got some good penetration. You see him patting his left tackle Turner on the shoulder, saying good block as they got him out, got it wide, and Borum quickly cut in behind the block, got it out. And Tony, this is exactly what Coach Bailey would like to have, 2nd and 6 all night long.
Hey, Ron, maybe I want you to look in here at number 78 that they've just inserted. 6'4", 320-pound senior.
And they just ran right at him,
and
Tony.
it just went straight to him.
And picked up about 3 yards right over that young man.
Lindsay's his name.
Lindsay
320.
Godfrey.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 3rd down and about 4 yards. So a big play now for the Blue Devils, as taking the ball in is Bertram, the call from Coach Bobby Clark. So the Blue Devils in their first big 3rd and 4 of the evening. But, Tony, they've kept the ball now almost 4 minutes as we come down to the 8:18 mark.
And that can make a big difference later on in this ball game.
Borum, this time
will
on the
reverse. And that's going to be first down.
As Bankin gets the first down, mark it on the books. That's 1. And really not a very good exchange in the backfield, but it was open so wide, Tony, that they were able to go ahead and get it, but almost a bad exchange.
Yeah, Revels comes in and makes a stop for Alcoa. Again, Harriman seeming to move the ball at will. And we've got a real play as we see him come around.
Inside reverse.
There it is, the handoff. Good block there.
A little bit.
Now back to live action.
Appreciate the replays from the truck, as this time Borum goes in motion. They'll give it to Gaskins, and a good play that time. As for Alcoa, Dean Marvis, the defensive end that time, Tony, came in, played it really well.
Well, Dean came in and looked like he was kind of keying there just a little bit, came in and wrapped him up right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him about 6 inches or so, but 2nd down, we'll call it 10.
Look for Coach Bobby Clark now to fake that dive play to Gaskins and pitch to the running back coming in behind, if Dean is going to cut down the line of scrimmage like that, Tony.
7:20 remaining, first quarter, no score. Harriman, Alcoa. Harriman with the ball. A little bit of running room there.
This time started out wide, had nowhere to go. Really, that's probably the best defensive play Tornadoes have had, Tony.
Well, he ran out of running room there and tried to cut back in, and they snuffed that one right away, but he still picks up 1.5 yards, so that makes it 3rd down and 8.
And your big man that time, Lindsay, played a big part in turning it back.
Well, you know, it's kind of hard to run over him. You know, you've got to get you a pole vault shot there.
You got to do a lot of wide running to get outside of his right shoulder there, don't you?
He's pretty good size. 320 is good size.
First, 3rd and 7 now. Borum back
pass for the first time tonight, isn't it?
Good coverage by
Alcoa,
and he's going to be sacked way back at the Harriman 47-yard line. But Tony, give that one to the Tornado defenders. Excellent coverage downfield.
Marvis Dean came in and stayed with him too, you know, as Borum was trying to cut back around to the side. Dean stayed with him and brought him down for the loss. That makes it 4th down and about 16. And this will be the first kick of the evening. And who will be kicking for Harriman? Borum again?
Jonathan Borum.
So Rebels will be deep.
Along with Thornton for the Tornadoes.
Now the kicking game a big part, and he gets off a dandy as a fair catch is called for at the 17-yard line, and the Tornadoes will put it in play there, 1st and 10.
Well, it played a big part last week's ball game, Tony, by both teams, and I'm sure Coach Bailey's worked extremely hard on the kicking game this week. So now the Alcoa Tornadoes go on the offense for the first time tonight with 5:51 left. So the Blue Devils did a good job of controlling the offense, but a big 3rd down pass play.
Now, Ron, would remind everyone, too, to stay tuned immediately following this live broadcast for another live show of BBB Communications, where you'll be having the call-in Friday night, Saturday morning show again this week, maybe? Oh, good pass there by Alcoa, as the pass is complete to Johnny Thornton, number 8, as he curls back across to about the 29-yard line. And that's going to be good for the 1st down. So Alcoa comes out on the passing game, their first possession, picks up a 1st down. It'd be 1st and 10. They'll have it again at the 29-yard line.
Well, Tony, Ben Watkins is a big kid, 6'3", 190-pound senior. And look for his wide receiver going out to the left, Robert Pinson. He's 6'5".
Alcoa back to the line. There's a fumble, and the quarterback recovers it. Going to lose about a yard there, as the snap wasn't real good, couldn't handle it. So that brings up 2nd down and 11. Mike Richards going to join you again tonight on the call-in show?
Yes.
Well, had a good time the other night, didn't he?
Yes, sir. Had an excellent time. Good calls. Hope that we certainly invite the callers to call in again tonight and talk about this is the only game in the county, so they can talk about their scores as we give them, and also about the big ball game tomorrow.
Notice Channel 6 covering this game tonight, as they've got a cameraman on the sideline.
Rebels and Thornton wide for the Tornadoes.
Again, another almost bad snap. And there's a little pass. It's incomplete, as it was intended for Marvis Dean. That's who it was complete to the first pass. So he's 1 for 2 here, as it's incomplete. That brings up a 3rd down and still about 10.
Well, he was open, Tony. What they did was they just sent the wide receivers on a fly and then delayed their little tight end across the middle, and the pass was just overthrown. Tell you, Watkins is such a big kid that he has a good view of the entire field, and the Blue Devils will, I'm sure, try to give him some different looks, try to put a little pressure on him. He's got a lot of time out here.
Well, Dean goes out, and this time they come out in passing again, as it's complete to Pinson. He's a junior.
Big play that time by Justin Borum. The sophomore came up, made the initial hit, waited for help. So it'll put the Tornadoes in a punting formation, as Clemens will go deep for the Blue Devils. Jonathan Borum will come back to help him on the deep side, and punting for Alcoa will be Kevin Berry.
Berry doing the punting and also the kicking off, so we'll see what kind of punter he is, as this will be the first punt for Alcoa tonight.
Not a very good kick. High kick. Let's see how it gets the bounce. It should go for the Blue Devils. It does. And they'll down it at the Blue Devil 46-yard line. So the Blue Devils will take over great field position. Coach Bailey, Tony, has to be extremely proud of the Blue Devil defense on this first possession. They've had the ball except for 3 plays here in this first quarter.
And, you know, really after the swapping of the ball, they pick up about 3 yards there, because that's about where Harriman let it go a while ago. So Coach Bailey has to be extremely pleased. And Harriman will come back to the line again, having it 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line, with 3:57 remaining, first quarter of action here tonight at Wallace Black Field in downtown Harriman.
look for Coach Clark maybe to try a few things different here now, as they had good success last time, and it's going to be illegal motion, Tony.
A little bit too quick,
the officials were a little late in calling that. It looked like the right side of the Blue Devil line
moved
just flinched a little bit.
Yeah.
It really wasn't a lot of movement, but they flinched just enough. It looked like a late call, though. I'm surprised that the officials didn't go ahead and blow it dead before the play got started.
Well, the
Coach
handoff,
Clark would have wished they had, because at least they saw what was being called.
That's right, because Bankin had a good handoff and was getting some pretty good running room here. So that'll bring up first and 15 after the penalty is assessed. He'll put the ball back at the 41-yard line, so Harriman will revamp and try to make up for that little miscue there.
I'd like to thank all the officials here at Harriman High School for allowing us to come in here and bring you live high school football on Channel 7. BBB Sports, extremely pleased to be with you again this football season.
Faked it this time to Bankin. They come out throwing. Pass is going to be incomplete, as it's intended for Josh Bennett, a senior, tight end, 180 pounds, 6'1".
Well, just a little overthrown, and again, Jonathan Borum, sophomore, first time that he's had a lot of experience here in the varsity level, Tony, and just a little more air under that one, and he would have had 6 points. As you'll see the replay here, as you see Bennett streaking down the right side behind the defender and just about one stride too much.
Mentioning Harriman and all the officials, we'd invite everyone to tune in the morning for the Coaches Show with Tom Tilley, sponsored by the Quarterbacks Club.
Bacon trying to get outside and picks up about 6 yards. Good play that time by the Tornadoes. T.J. Johnson, who was in pursuit, got the angle, but Bankin had a good cut up the field that time. But Johnson on a good pursuit across the field for the Tornadoes from the outside linebacker position, making a big hit, but it'll be 3rd down and about 7.
So the play goes in, and the Tornadoes going to try to size things up again, playing a little bit better defense this series than they did the last. See what
Mr. Dean's not in there right now, Tony, so we'll have to see how Coach Phillips comes at them this time. They go the other way. Passes up and almost intercepted, as it was over the head of Clemens, and Thornton almost comes down with it for the Tornadoes. So it'll be 4th down for the Blue Devils, 4th and about 7, as Borum will go back into punt formation with 2:58 left, first quarter of play. No score.
In this series for Harriman, they only gain about 3 yards total in this possession as they prepare to kick the ball away on the second punt of the evening. Again, pretty good punt by Harriman, and this time they're not calling for a fair catch. Almost bobble it, but he's going to get some running room coming around the left side, as handling the ball is Revels.
Schnepp on the tackle that time, as he almost got through. He got through the first wave, Tony, and looked like he had some running room outside, but Schnepp come over and made the hit for the Blue Devils. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes, the ball at their own 31-yard line. 2:45 left, first quarter of play. So the Tornadoes will go to work in their second offensive series. Watkins under center. This time they go to the running game, and the Blue Devils sniff it out as Turner makes the first hit behind the line of scrimmage, but running the football will be T.J. Andrews, and he'll get about 4 yards.
That looked like that may have almost been a busted play as he came off there. He hit a couple of defenders early, and it kind of like they almost had one pulling and kind of hit him as they were supposed to travel back around to the right side. So came out pretty good for Alcoa. They pick up about 3, brings up 2nd down 7.
Bradley Woody over the nose guard for the defensive line. Again, a hit at the behind the line of scrimmage, and they'll keep him for about a 2-yard gain.
Turner, the junior, comes in and makes a stop. He's wearing jersey number 51.
And I think, Tony, the hit on the in the backfield that time occurred for the Blue Devils by Bridges. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 5 for the Tornadoes at their own 37-yard line. So right now, Coach Bailey pleased, I'm sure, with the play of his defensive unit for the Blue Devils. Against the run, they've done well. This time they give it to the first man through. He's going to get the first down. As for the Tornadoes, it's T.J. Johnson on the quick opener that time. and he gets it out to the 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 as Alcoa gets their first down with 1:32 left here in the first quarter of play. No score in the ball game.
Well, Harriman's done a good job. They've controlled the ball pretty well the first quarter here. Need to put a stop to Alcoa's advancement here. You don't like to see all them first downs.
Watkins under center. Back to pass. Looking down the field. A man is there, and it's caught it. Down the field, it was Thornton making the catch as Watkins laid it between the two defenders, and it'll be down to the Blue Devil 28-yard line. So a big play for the Tornadoes.
Well, they pick up their second first down, but more importantly, they get into Harriman Blue Devil territory at about the 29-yard line where they'll have it 1st and 10. We've got 1:07 seconds remaining first quarter. We're scoreless here in this, the Johnson Coca-Cola Game of the Week, as we see the replay. Ron, the pass, he's back. Two defenders there, but Alcoa doing a good job threading the needle. It's complete.
Watkins just sort of split the seam. We've got a timeout on the, well, I thought we had a timeout on the field. Must just be an official timeout. We've got a timeout on the sideline for the chain gang, Tony, as we
got some problems over there with the chain, looks like, as they've got it wadded up. I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's see if we can take a 30-second commercial break while they're fixing to change. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
At OEB, we're committed to helping people who get injured. With the outbreak of the coronavirus, we understand you might be afraid to leave your home to get legal help. We want you to know that at OEB, we can get you your help by just picking up the phone. We can take care of almost every aspect of your case electronically, so you don't have to leave your house. The future may feel uncertain, but we can get through it together. Injured? You still deserve justice. Call 546-1111. Call today.
Well, Ron Berry, they've got the change fixed. We're back to live action. Alcoa fakes the handoff, back to pass. Being pursued, the pass is going to be incomplete as he didn't have control as he went down. As Dean back in there.
Came up with a heck of a catch.
Boy, I tell you what, he did. But the Blue Devils right there on top of things, as defending it was Borum.
And I tell you, Tony, Watkins really making some excellent fakes, stopping the linebackers, freezing them with the dive play, and then coming back. And he's got some excellent receivers. The Blue Devil defenders are really going to have to maintain lots of concentration here tonight. This time on the run. As they go to the tailback, it'll be T.J. Johnson. And on the play, looks like Turner.
Brian Turner, you're exactly right.
Coming in for the Blue Devils will be Jeff Buchholz.
He's a sophomore, 5'11", 230, according to our media guide.
Big third down play for Alcoa now, although they're probably in 4-down territory. Looks like about 3rd and 5 at the Blue Devil 24-yard line. No score in the football game. This time they give it on the right side, as Turner on a big play for the Blue Devils is DJ Andrews. We've completed 1 quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. We'll be back after these commercial breaks.
Everyone knows OEB helps people who get hurt when someone else is negligent. But with the coronavirus pandemic, you may be afraid to leave your home to get the legal help you need. As always, we're committed to keeping you and your family safe. So, we want you to know that we can handle your case almost completely electronically. All you have to do is call. The future may feel uncertain, but we can get through it together. Call 546-1111. We're here for you. 546-1111. Call today.
Well, we're back to live action again as we're preparing to get the second quarter of action underway. We're tied 0-0 with no score here in this first game of the season for BBB Communications. The snap and the handoff. As he's still on his feet, carries it across the 15 down to the 10-yard line, as Alcoa now is trying to move the ball, and that's number 12, T.J. Johnson. So Johnson carries it and picks up enough for the first down, and that'll make it first down and, well, it's still first down and 10, as they'll mark it just shy of the 10-yard line, Ron. So I don't know how they're going to have a first down without scoring. Now they're going to move it. Well, now they're going to move it out of the way.
Yeah, and Alcoa staying on the ground, and looks like the runner that time, Tony, is Turner, making the stop for the Blue Devils.
Turner just kind of rode him down then as
Andrews.
As Andrews comes through and picks up another couple of yards. That brings up second down and goal, as the officials still can't make their mind up over on the side.
Well, they've got it second and goal.
Yeah, they've dropped the sticks once and then tried to put them back up again, but the officials are saying it's second down and goal. Alcoa to the line again. Has a little pitch back around the left side, cuts in, not going to be able to pick up much, as on the play will be Segato, maybe? John Segato, that's number 33.
Well, and what Segato did was he came up after Clemens turned to play inside, Tony, and actually runner started slipping, so Segato came and put him down. But a good play by Clemens as well then. As Johnson was the runner for Alcoa, and it'll be Alcoa timeout. 10:52 left, first half of play, no score. We'll be back after these words.
Everyone knows OEB helps people who get hurt when someone else is negligent. But with the coronavirus pandemic, you may be afraid to leave your home to get the legal help you need. As always, we're committed to keeping you and your family safe. So, we want you to know that we can handle your case almost completely electronically. All you have to do is call. The future may feel uncertain, but we can get through it together. Call 546-1111. We're here for you. 546-1111. Call today.
Muncie Pharmacy is your locally owned hometown pharmacy. They accept most insurances, so why go to the large chain pharmacies when you get better customer service at Muncie Pharmacy? Have a special prescription that needs compounding? Muncie Pharmacy can handle those needs as well. Muncie Pharmacy has a drive-thru for your convenience and offers free delivery in the Oak Ridge area. And don't forget the gifts that we have available for all occasions.
Here at Muncie Pharmacy, we take the time to know you and treat you like family.
Back to live action here as Alcoa comes back to the line. Watkins, the quarterback. It's third down and goal.
Well, Tony, Alcoa that time lined up in a wishbone and give it out on the right side to DJ Andrews. So Coach Phelps looking at a little different look that time for Coach Bailey. It's going to be fourth and goal from about inside the 1 yard line.
I tell you what, it's awful close there. Let's see what they're going to do. Don't see their kicker coming in.
Well, you know, so Tony, you really got to be prepared several different ways, as Coach Bailey's going to take a timeout and do just that, talk to his players. But here with a big kid like Watkins at quarterback, with running the football, you could fake a dive into the line and dump it to a tight end. You can do a quarterback sneak. You can give it to one of the big running backs who've had pretty good success. But we'll take a 30-second timeout and be back to show you fourth and goal.
Greg joined the military to serve his country and fight for freedom. He was a dedicated soldier, and during his days off, Greg enjoyed riding his motorcycle. But none of that mattered to the speeding driver who was texting and slammed into him. Greg had medical bills the insurance company refused to pay until Greg called OEB Law. When you get injured, don't expect the insurance company to put your needs first. Call OEB Law 546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
Again, it's fourth down and goal to go for the Alcoa Tornadoes as Coach Bailey comes in. Gary Bailey, the new head coach for the Harriman Blue Devils, wanting to take a timeout to get his kids settled down, if nothing else, Ron Berry. A big play here for them if they can hold Alcoa.
Well, he's trying to really get up here now and get his defense, Tony, lined up for this big fourth down play. Tornadoes line up, and
fumble.
The ground. The Blue Devils have it.
Oh, good job then. Who was that penetrated? Was that Borum, along with may have been both of the Borums back there, Ron Berry, number 1 and number 5 both, as the ball squirted loose there, and a great job there by the Harriman defense.
So Coach Bailey goes out on the 4th and goal, tells them, boys, if you see the ball land on the ground, jump on it. And
here's a
replay.
replay.
You'll see, actually, there was a little motion in the backfield right there, not picked up, but you see the ball recovered right there. So if we get another look at that, we'll see the officials maybe missed, Tony, on DJ Andrews, a little hand motion right there before that play ever started. But nonetheless, it's Blue Devil football.
And we were right. It was Jonathan Borum coming in with that. So Borum now. Gaskin, looky here. Good job. So now that's what you really like to see when you're on the goal line like that and you bring it out all the way to the 10 on the first snap. So a good job there by Harriman, both defensively and offensively.
Big Nate Gaskin bullying his way out to just shy of the 10-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and about 3.
Clement coming into the ball game for the Blue Devils. Brings up 2nd down and about, we'll call it 3. It's a little bit longer than 3. Borum, hands off to Borum. Borum around the right side. Good cut then. Look here, he's still on his feet. Good job there by Jonathan Borum as he takes the ball on the handoff up to about the 24-yard line, where it'd be 1st and 10 for the Harriman Blue Devils. And boy, that brings the fans to their feet, Ron Berry.
Well, when you start right out from the goal line, and
here's a replay.
See this replay. Watch the cut that Jonathan Borum makes here on the block. As you see the good cut out by his blockers, and just a good feel for the cut, and Jonathan Borum on a good run. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. The ball at the Blue Devil 23-yard line. 9:24 left here in this first half of play. No score. Nate Gaskin again holding on to the football.
But look how he's struggling.
And runs it out to about the 28-yard line. So again, a big first down play for the Blue Devils as they'll pick up 5 yards.
And the camera people doing a good job there on isolating those running backs there. Good job, guys.
Tony, anytime you can have 2nd and 5 now in high school football, you can still do a lot of things. Alcoa, I'm sure, looking for the little inside reverse. They've only run it one time. Let's see if Coach Clark goes back to the old bread and butter play here of the Blue Devils, as they've got Borum now. Jonathan Borum lined up out at the wing. He's changed with Bacon, and Bacon comes in this time across the 30 out to about the 32. Probably be about a half a yard shy as they get a good mark on the play. 3rd down, and we'll call it a yard.
Coach Bailey running these plays in and out and doing a great job here as he's had several kids running the ball. They all seem to be doing good. I'm really impressed with the way Borum's playing tonight at the quarterback slot. He stepped right in. Probably a pretty good move there, having both those Borum kids in and switching them around like that.
And don't forget that his brother was a quarterback last year. Look for a halfback pass here before this game's over with.
Borum to Borum as he carries it across for the 1st down to about the 34-yard line as we wait and see where the officials mark it.
They marked it. It is a 1st down, Tony. Good second effort by Jonathan Borum.
So 1st and 10 for the Harriman Blue Devils, as it'll be marked just shy of the 35-yard line. And again, the fans recognize their team and show support. As the clock's wound, we're at 7:59 in the 2nd quarter of action here. Again, no score. As Harriman in possession, Borum's your quarterback as he brings his team to the line on this 1st and 10 play.
Borum now split out at the wing back position too, as Bankin this time comes across the left side.
Anthony on the stop. Again, you know, Bankin does a pretty good job there. He picks him up 3 yards. Anytime you can come and dig you out 3 yards on carries like that, you're doing a great job there. So Harriman, a very much improved football team here as they're getting better and better with each snap of the ball, Ron.
Well, that's another reason you play the likes of Kingston, Tony. It makes you a better football team. This time Borum lines back at the running back, and a little inside reverse.
Bankin
that time played well by Alcoa.
But still, he's going to pick up another 3.5 yards as Borum hands off to Borum, then Borum back to Bankin. Bankin runs it across the left side.
I'm sure what Coach Clark's doing too, Tony. He's setting up. In a minute, you're going to see Borum fake that little handoff, and you're going to see Borum continue around the outside. Down to 6:40. The clock running. That's exactly what Coach Bailey is looking for.
Clemens
to run the Blue Devils to control the football.
Clemens back in the lineup now, Ron. Clemens is re-entered. Jonathan Borum, another good handoff, Borum to Borum. And again, I believe that's going to be good for the 1st down. as Borum carries it across the 45 down to about the 46. The officials say move the chains. It's first down, Harriman.
Mr. Tucker that time for the Alcoa Tornadoes saved a big gainer that time, Tony, as Borum was picking up some momentum heading up the field. Thing you got to like about Jonathan Borum is he goes north and south as quickly as he can. Yep. He doesn't come east and west.
Well, he's doing a good job then. A good combination of the Borum boys. First and 10 Blue Devils. Borum back to the line.
Hodges split way out.
Fake to Borum, back to pass is Borum. In the pocket, comes out of it, pass is long, intended for Bankins. It's complete at the 20 as Bankins comes up, and these Harriman fans are excited now, Ron Berry. I mean, they've really got excited over that pass.
Down to the 13-yard line.
Good
Tony,
job.
I'll be honest with you.
I didn't think
he let that one go on the replay. If we've got it, I thought it was overthrown, and all of a sudden Bankin goes up and stretches out.
Here it is on the replay.
Play. Watch the end of this play as well. You see him going down, and
look here.
He stretches
Good job.
Out.
Right at the fingertips. Play. Mark that one down, Ron. That's probably going to be the highlight, and let's keep that one. You'll want to show that on the show tonight.
First and 10 now from the 13. Blue Devils with the ball. Give it to Gaskin, and Gaskin this time is stopped. Probably a gain of a yard maybe, but the Tornadoes do a big job as into the lineup for them making that stop was big man for the Tornadoes. So sophomore Justin Borum on a big pass play to his wide receiver Jimmy Bankin has put the Devils at the Tornado 13-yard line where it's going to be second down and still 10 yards to go. On the reverse. And again, fumble. And the Tornadoes going the other way. Anthony. So Anthony with a big play for Alcoa. So Tony, both teams now have had a chance inside pay dirt, and neither have come away with any points.
And we've got a replay, Ron, and here it is as a little reverse. As the ball is picked up, and you see he picks it up and carries it for another 10, 12 yards.
Anthony very alert on the pickup. And, Tony, that's a couple times we've talked about that reverse, about the ball handling. A little shaky. That time came loose. Tornado this time has the football, moving it all the way out to the Tornado 40-yard line as Cox comes up with a big play. It'll be just shy of the 40. It'll be at the 38-yard line.
Bring up second down and about 1. So big plays here have been the key for both teams. Has a big long pass for Harriman and the fumble recovery by Alcoa. Alcoa carries the ball from the 40 to the 45 down to about the 47, picking up enough for the first down.
And Tony, that was almost a miscue right there on the handoff. Watkins had trouble with the snap, got it to the running back, but again, somewhat shaky.
Griffiths on the stop for Harriman. Entering the lineup for Harriman. Clemens back in.
3:58 left in the first half, no score. Tornadoes with the football. Again on the running of the tailback, DJ Andrews. He'll cross the 50 down into the Blue Devil territory, down to about the 48-yard line, where it'll be second down and 5.
Where he's met by Bridges and Bankins. Woody back in the lineup for the Blue Devils, brings up second down and 5, 3:32. And I'm sure that Coach Bailey would like to stop the Alcoa Tornadoes and at least go in with a tie at halftime.
For the Tornadoes that time, T.J. Johnson bouncing out to the outside.
And bounced off the back of Sagato there.
He'll get the first down, as also in for the Blue Devils was Griffiths.
So it'll be first and 10. The ball spotted on the 39-yard line of the Blue Devils as the clock is wound by the officials. We're down to 3 minutes and 9 seconds in the second quarter of play here at Wallace Black Field.
Alcoa sticking to the ground now, Tony, as they found some success
will pitch back, and good pursuit there, but over there's a flag, going to be a clipping flag over here, I would imagine.
Yeah, it looks like Nate Gaskins is getting up a little slowly. He was hit in the back by Dean.
So we'll wait for the officials to confer, as you see on your screen. Holding against Alcoa. So here comes the replay, Ron.
Watch it out here to your left.
And here it goes. Good pitch out. See, look, our good penetration there, but couldn't get it done right there. We were right on top of that. So that brings up a first down and what, about 20, close to it. So the ball will be spotted on the 46-yard line of Harriman, where it'll be first and 20 with the clock moving, 2:49 remaining.
First time we've seen this set, Tony. Alcoa has two wide receivers.
Outs. Back to pass comes the short side looks. Good penetration again by Harriman.
Down the field.
Oh.
Incomplete. That flag is going to
that's awful. Kind of late. The other official wasn't there, but that's going to be pass interference against Justin Borum of Harriman.
We'll see a replay of that one perhaps. Okay, too quick. No replays there. It'll be pass interference against Harriman. But it will be a 15-yard penalty, Tony, not like in college or the pros where you get it down at the point of infraction.
But what that does, that's automatic first down, though.
Exactly.
As the official comes over.
Back the holding penalty.
That's right.
A little bit.
Yeah. So the officials going to try a replay, we see. Okay. See. Yeah, here we go. Again, good penetration there by Harriman. Just can't wrap him up. As we come back, a long shot there, and you can see the interference and the flag.
Was face masking because it didn't appear that his body was turned toward the ball. That may have been what that trailing official saw. Really wasn't any contact. I'm not sure that Watkins wasn't over the line of scrimmage over here.
Well, I've wondered about that. I was trying to find the marker as he passed the ball. Watkins on the handoff this time as the runner comes up off about the right guard, and the runner was number 24, Ron.
That's David Cox, the runner.
Griffiths on the stop, and Turner for Harriman. So that brings up second down and about 6 as it's spotted on the 27-yard line of the Blue Devils. And we're down to about the 2-minute mark.
Blue Devils trying to dig in one more time to keep the Alcoa Tornadoes out of their end zone as Watkins lining his ball team up. On the rollout.
He's passing, rolling out.
Dump, and Jonathan Borum on
it's
a good
incomplete.
play, but it's a catch.
Oh, they've called it.
So Cox will have the catch, but Borum trying desperately to get a hand out front, unable to, and it will be an official timeout for a measurement.
Have we got a replay of that one? Here it is, Ron.
It's going to be maybe just a tad short as Borum coming in from behind, trying to get his hand out front.
Good call by the official.
It will be a first down.
As the official right on top of things.
That thing, Tony. We saw that on the replay.
Yep. And saw the catch too. You know, that's an advantage of having these replays, I guess. Good job, guys. So it makes it first and 10. The ball spotted on the 21-yard line. We're down to 1:47 seconds remaining. As Harriman once again will dig in on defense, trying to stop the Tornado from scoring.
See if Watkins stays in the air now down in this area of the field. Looking
and he
for
does.
A quick slant. And it's behind his receiver, incomplete. So that'll stop the clock at 1:32, and it'll bring up second down and 10.
The defender for Harriman, Josh Bennett.
Tell you, Tony, Josh Bennett, a young man who's played basketball for 4 years, first year out for football, and as you saw last week, made a big impression on folks over against Kingston Yellow Jackets last week. This young man is quite an athlete.
Well, he did a good job then defending on the pass as Alcoa brings their team back to the line, second and 10. Back again, rolling out, going to pass. The pass this time is complete. And he's going to carry it down to about the 1-foot line.
Well, it looked like Harriman that time was in a blitz, Tony, and Watkins was able to get out to the outside away from the blitz and found his man going across the middle.
Marvis Dean.
And so Dean, who was called his name a lot, both offensively and defensively, Tony, it'll be first and goal from the 2-yard line. 1:24 left, no score. in this football game.
Well, let's see if we can see a replay of the first quarter of action here where Harriman stopped the Alcoa Tornadoes on this same play. The handoff, second effort. The officials do not indicate. There's a late sign. Touchdown, Alcoa.
So Alcoa that time, aided by the pass interference penalty, takes it and puts it in the end zone with 1:08 left in the first half of play. So the Tornadoes are up 6-0, and we'll have Kevin Berry on to try the point after.
Kevin Berry, number 7 for Alcoa, attempt the extra point.
Slow snap. He gets the kick up, and it's good.
The extra point is up and good.
So Watkins on the hole that time. Give him credit for a big job of getting the ball set up for his kicker, Berry. 7-0 with 1:08 left. Alcoa taking the lead. We'll be right back.
And we're back again to live action with 1:08 to go. Alcoa just scoring. The score, Alcoa 7 after the 1-yard run, and the point after by Berry as Berry prepares to kick off again as Borum back deep for Harriman.
And the thing that you don't want to see happen now, Tony, is that happened against Texas Tech when UT was playing. You don't want to see a breakdown now with 1:08 left. You want to just take care of the football. You've played a good first half. Don't want to try to do anything fancy and get yourself in a real bind here. So you just want to take care of the football, get what you can, and get to the locker room and revamp.
Ball handled at the 15, down to the 20.
So Clemens gets it out to the 24-yard line.
So we're down to 1 minute to go in the first half. Anthony on the stop for Alcoa. Pretty good crowd on hand here on the Harriman side. And we'll be entertained at halftime by the Rhapsody and Blue Band, and also, it appears, by the Alcoa Band. Looks like they've brought more than just the pep band, as some more band members have come in for us, Ron.
I would expect Coach Bailey here, Tony, to just try to get what you can, nothing fancy. Let's get to the locker room and regroup.
We'll try a little pass to Bankin.
Try a halfback pass.
Well, there's some miscues there. And Bankin's down. The intended receiver, I don't know for sure who it was. They had going deep Benton.
Well, Coach Clark,
Buntram both.
Alcoa would think that he was going to just try to go in peacefully too, because that was a good play.
54 seconds remaining as the clock stops.
So the Blue Devils have Clemens wide to the left. Bankin at slot position.
Bankin was kind of slow getting up there just a minute ago. Hope he's all right. Borum hands off to Borum as Jonathan Borum carries it across the 30 down to the 31. That's going to bring up fourth down as we've got some scores. Rockwood 21, Tellico Plains 6.
Clinton over Carnes 14-0 as you look at the screen.
Sweetwater 14, Wartburg 0. And we'll get them from you here again in a minute. We'll write them down so we can pass them on to the folks here in attendance. Bankin on the handoff from Borum. Finds some running room, carries it to the 35 where he's brought down at about the 37-yard line as the first half of play.
Well, that 15
well, that's 15 seconds. I thought they'd reset the clock.
Stop for a first down, Tony. So let's see if the Blue Devils wish to get one more play off. Looks like Borum's going ahead and getting his team to the line of scrimmage. So as soon as the change gets set, Borum will have another play. So one more play.
So here he goes. There's a halfback pass you were talking about, Borum, and it goes incomplete. We're going to have time for another play.
3.6 seconds on the Coca-Cola scoreboard.
You know, since they've gone into those tenths of seconds on these clocks, sure makes it a little rough. You remember back in the old days, especially playing basketball, had the clock that just turned and everybody waited for the ticks of it, and you never could tell when it was over. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Pat Sheets getting into it over here. What did he say? Never say never. Oh, man.
Among other things.
That's exactly right. 2nd and 10. Harriman still scrapping. Handoff running play up the middle to Gaston as the first half now comes to a close with your first half score, Alcoa 7, Harriman 0. We'll be back to talk about this first half of play after this 3-minute commercial break.
It came out of nowhere. The weatherman said it was going to be sunny. He was 99.9% sure. 99.9! And now, my life is 99.9% ruined because of that weatherman. And he is going to pay.
But honey, we still have the tent.
I am not getting married in a tent.
If you've been injured, call us and let us turn your wreck into a check.
At OEB, we're committed to keeping you and your family safe. With the outbreak of the coronavirus, we understand you might be afraid to leave your house to get legal help. Now you don't have to. We can handle almost every aspect of your case electronically. Call 546-1111.
Muncie Pharmacy is your locally owned hometown pharmacy. They accept most insurances, so why go to the large chain pharmacies when you get better customer service at Muncie Pharmacy? Have a special prescription that needs compounding? Muncie Pharmacy can handle those needs as well. Muncie Pharmacy has a drive-thru for your convenience and offers free delivery in the Oak Ridge area. And don't forget the gifts that we have available for all occasions.
Here at Muncie Pharmacy, we take the time to know you and treat you like family.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We buy it on the spot and we pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. We treat you like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is the premier pharmacy service location. Let our professional staff help with all your pharmacy needs, answer your questions, or help with your medication management with our Medicine on Time packaging system. We also offer medication therapy management to ensure you're receiving maximum benefits from your medication. Diabetes care is available with one-on-one consultations, or you can attend one of our monthly diabetes information classes. Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood.
And welcome back to Wallace Black Field in Harriman as the Harriman Rhapsody in Blue Marching Band comes out on the field. Ken Kincaid, the director. Mike Kincaid, I'm sorry. And having an addition of a majorette tonight. So, Tom, let's go down and see if we can get some live action here from the band. A rose being presented.
Oh, all right.
A little new twist here.
A little showmanship. They win the Sharpness Award, no doubt about it.
This year, the band is performing a melody of tunes from the movies of James Bond. You may recognize these tunes. They include James Bond theme.
Tom Moody, a great job there, as I think we're going to have a soloist now. And we still got some updated scores. It's Sweetwater 21, Wartburg 15, Rockwood 28, Tellico 6. It's Clinton 14, Carnes 0. Kingston leads Fulton 27-16. Ray County over White County 21-0. And it's Maryville over Central 14-6. Oak Ridge leads Bearden 14-7. And you know, the first time we've had majorettes in a while here at Harriman, and that's Miss Mandy Purdy doing the honors there, a basketball player. We've had her on our program several times, had her own sports around her own.
Right.
That's exactly right. So a good job by the Harriman Rhapsody in Blue marching band.
I'm sure everyone's been talking about this new alignment.
That's right.
2A alignment.
Let's go over here and get a little shot of Mandy there. She's got some fire now that she's doing. She's had knives, batons.
Swords. Now she's got fire.
So a good live shot there. So again, a great job by the Harriman band.
Two fires now.
Well, I couldn't do the ones without fire, let alone the ones with fire, I'm telling you.
Well, as they say, she's a good majorette for a basketball player.
That's exactly
good
right.
Basketball player for a majorette.
Again, we want.
Show.
That's right. Again, we want to thank the Roan Eye Center for helping us bring you this halftime entertainment here by the Harriman Rhapsody in Blue Band. Tom, let's go take another quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
The coronavirus is changing the way we live our lives, but seriously injured people still need our help. At OEB, we're committed to helping you no matter what. So, we've introduced a system where we can take care of your case almost completely electronically. You don't have to leave your home for us to start helping you. All you have to do is call. The future may feel uncertain, but we can get through it together. If you're injured, you still deserve justice. Call 546-1111. Call right now.
Muncie Pharmacy is your locally owned hometown pharmacy. They accept most insurances, so why go to the large chain pharmacies when you get better customer service at Muncie Pharmacy? Have a special prescription that needs compounding? Muncie Pharmacy can handle those needs as well. Muncie Pharmacy has a drive-thru for your convenience and offers free delivery in the Oak Ridge area. And don't forget the gifts that we have available for all occasions.
Here at Muncie Pharmacy, we take the time to know you and treat you like family.
Roan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades, locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation. Roan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers, a member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Roan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is your gift destination. Shop the new plush selection for that special someone. We have Bath & Body Works popular fragrances and custom gift baskets too. Live and Let Live has a wide selection of gift and home decor for any occasion, from yard flags to selected jewelry, plus much more. We have Big Orange giftware always available year-round. And don't forget to enjoy a soda fountain treat while you shop. Live and Let Live Drugstore, Gift Shop, and Soda Fountain in downtown Rockwood.
All right, we're back at Wallace Black Field, ready to start the second half. Kickoff will be coming your way momentarily. Teeing up the ball, Josh Bennett. We've got a score of 7-0 here as we start the third quarter of action. The Devils will be kicking off, and we're glad to be right here with Channel 7 for the Coca-Cola Game of the Week. When you see the sponsors, be sure to tell them how much you appreciate their work.
And Tom Borum preparing to kick off for Harriman. And a little squibbly kick. And Alcoa brings it to the 25 to the 30, down to the 35, as he's met by a host of blue jerseys, where Alcoa will have it 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line to start out the second half of action here tonight.
I always like to see the adjustments that have been made, if any, and I'm sure there have been some. And we shall see. It's Alcoa's ball. It's first down, as you can see, at the 35. Straight ahead to the first man through. He's still running. He don't want to go down. Number 24, David Cox, carrying very close to the first down, as a matter of fact. A little shy. Have to call it 4th and 1. 2nd and 1. Ball's on the 45.
Talking about certainly the advantage of deferring the first half kickoff, too, to be able to come back and take right off where you left off at the end of the first half. So Coach Phelps has his ball team now after intermission, and it looks like they're just going to grind it as a
first man through each time.
Be a dead ball foul there.
Again, Cox, the ball carrier, just pounding away, using that weight, coming that way.
And they've used about 5 ball carriers tonight. Shows you the depth of the Alcoa football team, as they're going to have a little illegal motion.
Failure to wear the required equipment.
Well, you're on top of that.
Somebody didn't have their mouthpiece in. Shame. 5 yards stepped off, 2nd down, and still officially 6 yards to go. Love those stats. Ball's inside the 40-yard line.
Just getting play underway here to start this second half of the Coca-Cola Game of the Week.
2 wide outs to the right. He's looking to the right. There he is, wide open. Rebels.
Jonathan Bourne saved a touchdown run there as Rebels that time played a pretty good move on the outside defender. He was wide open. He takes it all the way down, Tom, to the 15-yard line.
Had an excellent downfield blocker down there, too. The other receiver would have been Holden. He is leaving the field.
Big thing, though, as you'll see on the replay here, is Watkins have a lot of time. He has a lot of time to throw. Good arm. Man wide open, and right there makes a good play.
Good play.
There's picks up about another 15 yards, Tom.
Good legal block above the waist. Back to live action.
Good play that time by the Blue Devils as Turner comes up to make a big hit. On the running back, Andrews.
DJ Andrews.
He's going to lose a yard, Tom.
Junior. 5'9", 170 pounds. Give him -1 on the play.
10-16 left here in this third quarter of play as Watkins brings his team to the line of scrimmage. Almost a bad exchange, but he gets the pitch back.
DJ Andrews again. Trying to sweep. He got his 1+1.
They get it almost a little inside the original line of scrimmage.
That's right. Oh my, look at the score. Farragut jumping all over winless Campbell County.
Well, Farragut defeated last week, Tom, so they're taking it out now on Campbell County.
Poor old Campbell County happened to be the next victim in line.
You don't think they'll do like Tyner and try to score 95?
Oh. Tyner was 3A going to 2A. Somebody's going to have to play Tyner this year in a playoff. Of course, he beat up on Boyd Buchanan last week, a single-A team.
Watkins, the ball is loose. Blue Devils have it. Ben Turner,
Blue Devils ball
on the recovery. Turner playing a heck of a ball game defensively, comes up with a big play. So it'll be a Blue Devil first down. The ball at their own 24-yard line. And Tom, that's about 3 times now that Watkins has had.
Let's watch it again.
Watch the snap, the exchange. Watkins has been.
Ball just lays on the ground.
That time, though, it looked like it hit his own man as he didn't put it away, Tom. Turner, though, with a big play.
Alert, right on it. Blue Devils take it. Ball's on about the 23-yard line, as you can see. I'm not sure.
Bourne on the pass, has a man wide open, overthrown.
Now that's Bennett, number 6. I'm not sure Bourne's got his chin strap exactly like he should have it.
I tell you, Tom, that time they had Bennett exactly where they wanted him. He was running across the field wide open.
That's right.
Oliver Springs over Jellicoe, 8-0.
Well, that'll be Jellicoe's first loss if that holds true. continues to hold. Of course, the Bobcats lost to Seymour last week, 18-6.
Jonathan
Here
Borum.
comes Borum, still running hard. Who can we give it to?
Stop by number 52.
Well, okay.
That's Garen Tucker.
Tucker is one.
55, Chris Halley.
Good run. Live TV, we'll just roll these scores for you. Some in our region, some in our area. Scores of interest.
Big one up your way, 21-15.
Oh,
Looks like Coach Larry Davis has his team coming back.
They're coming back. They've always been a second half team.
Borum this time rolls out to the left. Looking, throwing back to Jonathan Borum. Blockers out front. Oh, big defensive play. Big defensive play by
David
Cox. What a play. He saved a big gain.
Well, we're going to...
Play was just a tad slow developing, though, Tom. Borum had 3 blockers about 10 yards down the field. Here's the replay, and you can see out to your right here.
Good play there. Now back.
Now, Borum has his blockers way down the field. It gives Cox time to come over and pursue it. Good play, Cox. Good play for the Blue Devils.
He got his first down. This is a wing-back formation.
Nate Gaskin's busting ahead up the middle, and Nate will gain about 7 on the play.
He was headed north and south.
8:19 left in the third quarter of play. Alcoa 7, Harriman nothing. On this, the first Coca-Cola game of the week for the 1997 football season. We're glad you're with us tonight. Thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring you live high school football action right here on Channel 7. Borum with Bankin around the left side. Bankin cuts it up. He'll get the first down. And Tom, during this first half, first down break here, we'd certainly like to thank you for all the help you've given us here at Channel 7 on our technical side, getting everything rewired. We've got a new look here in the press box.
We just hope it works. So far, so good. Oh, it's been interesting. Lots of improvements, lots of them. For one thing,
they echo it in the truck. Borum under center. On the reverse.
Oh, the double
Jonathan
reverse.
Borum this time about 4 yards, and really a good job that time of cutting it up, because for the Tornadoes, Charles Rebels had played it really well. He stayed home, did it like you were supposed to.
That's exactly what he's supposed to do.
But again, Jonathan Borum, Tom, really running well north and south. He finds that little opening, gets what he can, and lines up for the next play. Going to be second down in about 6. We're down to the 6:40 mark in the third period. Blue Devils trying to find pay dirt. Again, Gaskin, good bounce off the first runner, and Gaskin will get it out to about the 39-yard line of the Tornadoes. First downs give Nate Gaskin great second effort.
T.J. Johnson on the stack.
Bounced off the first tackler, kept his feet moving, and Nate Gaskin with a big first down for the Blue Devils.
Borum reminds me of Julian that played for Hall several years ago. He just kind of found a slot.
Jason
just
Julian
went right into the slot.
Holder for the Volunteers.
That's right,
during his
later
tenure.
on for the Vols. I watched him play in the playoff game.
Borum on a wobbler, incomplete as Bennett couldn't come down with it.
He was kind of falling.
So that time, Bennett unable to come down with the pass.
Would have been a good catch if he'd have caught it. He was falling as he reached up and extended himself for it.
Justin Borum, though, as a sophomore, will develop into a fine young quarterback.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. There'll be some folks looking at him.
Borum, sophomore, 5'10", so he's got good height, 155 pounds. The weights will certainly put some more weight on him. This time Borum on the inside reverse to Bankin, and Bankin is hit, and a good play that time.
A little slow developing.
As Robert Hill came up and made a pretty good hit on him that time.
They're going to work on that double handoff. That thing takes a long time to develop. You got to hold your blocks a long time over on that weak side.
So it'll be 3rd down and about 9 yards as the Blue Devils try to keep this drive going, as this all occurred on the fumble recovery of Mr. Brian Turner. Blue Devils 3rd down and 9. Borum rolling out to the right with the ball, looking out into the flat. He's got Clemens, but he's going to try to keep it on the run, and he'll be short of the 1st down. It'll be at about the 37-yard line. Well, so we'll see if Coach Bailey now will use the 4th down here. It's 4th down and 5. It'll probably, a punt would probably go in the end zone. Coach Bailey talking to Borum. It looks like they're going to go for it.
Borum's got, he's got guts. Lindsey was standing there. Lindsey's not but 320 pounds. And Lindsey ended up on top of him.
So Coach Bobby Clark sending a play in on this 4th down and 5 for the Blue Devils. They've got to get the ball down to just inside, right at the 30-yard line. So a big play for the Blue Devils. Borum to Borum. Borum cutting it up, and he's got it. 1st and 10, Blue Devils. And the Blue Devil line sprinting off of the ball, coming down as leading the play that time for the Blue Devils.
They just told Lindsey, we're coming at you, and they did.
Well, the Blue Devil line that time really getting off the ball and getting out and making the big blocks for Mr. Borum. Good job, Blue Devil line. 1st and 10.
Well, we got the wing back to the right this time, split out left.
This time Vols. And again, Vols right up the middle. And the Blue Devils having good success right up the middle on 1st down.
I vote they run that thing about 4 plays.
Rucker again dragging him down, but not until Vols picked up 5 yards. And again, it's 2nd down and 5. You can do a lot of things on 2nd and 5.
That's right.
3:50 on the clock, 7-0. Alcoa over the Blue Devils.
Fans getting on their feet now. We're coming our way.
Borum is going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage on a great play that time by Chris Talley. So Talley on the Tornado defense knifes through, big play. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
3rd down.
3rd down and 9.
Loss of about 3 or 4 on the
So
play.
again, you're in 4-down territory,
Still
Tom.
can do it.
You need to pick you up, 5 or 6 this time.
That's why 2nd and 5 is so good to have.
So Borum has Borum and Gaskins, the running backs, out to the left. Back being pursued.
Pretty good coverage out there. He's going to throw
now
it
has an open receiver, and it's complete.
Yes,
Josh Bennett has the football down at about the 13-yard line.
Nice play.
And that time, I tell you what, Mr. Borum looked anything but like a sophomore that time. Calm, cool, customer. Got out to the flat, took his time, waited for Bennett to get free, threw the ball low so nobody else could get it, Tom.
He was covered for a while. He just waited on him. He came clear and hit him.
So here's the replay.
Look at the replay on it.
And you'll see
he just holds it and holds it, watches and looks.
Getting free now, buys a little time and hits Bennett.
Good
low.
Play.
The defender had no chance. Good play by the Blue Devils. Here comes Mr. Jonathan Borum around to the right side. Gets to the outside and gets inside the 10-yard line. Good run by Jonathan Borum.
Smithson stayed at home and made the play. That's what defensive ends are supposed to do.
But another 4 yards on first down. And the Blue Devils can go to about the 3-yard line and pick up another 1st down. Big, big drive for the Blue Devils, who trail 7-0, 2:15 left, 3rd quarter of play. They need to get in the end zone on this drive.
2nd down. Ball is inside the 10. They have to go to the 3.
Clemens split wide to the right. Jonathan Borum in the slot to the left. They'll go to Borum's side. Banking over one man, and he'll only gain about 1 yard.
Smithson on that side that time.
As Jonathan Borum trying to block out on the left side. And it'll be a big play for the defense that time of Alcoa, and it'll bring up 3rd down and about 7 yards to go.
They need 8 yards on this play bad.
So Coach Bobby Clark looking on his sheet for a 3rd down and 8 play. Receiver wide to the left, Bankin in the slot to the right. The go-to man, Jonathan Borum, cutting it up.
Yes.
There it is. He'll get to the end zone. Yes. Jonathan Borum, the Mr. Go-to guy for the Harriman Blue Devils, scores with 1:05 left here in the 3rd quarter of play.
Nice run, nice play, good cut, Jonathan Borum. Replay, watch it as it develops, cut.
And
right
once
through the
again,
hole, slithers
what
off.
a nice cut by Jonathan Borum.
Broke one tackle and bounced off another in the end zone for the 6 points. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Borum will be holding.
Held by Jonathan Borum. Extra point attempt. Jimmy
Bankin will be kicking. It's up. And everybody says it's good. And that's it. It's 7-7. We're in the 3rd quarter play, 1 minute and 5 to go. And we'll be back right after this.
At OEB, we're committed to helping people who get injured. With the outbreak of the coronavirus, we understand you might be afraid to leave your home to get legal help. We want you to know that at OEB, we can get you your help by just picking up the phone. We can take care of almost every aspect of your case electronically, so you don't have to leave your house. The future may feel uncertain, but we can get through it together. Injured? You still deserve justice. Call 546-1111. Call today.
Oh, and we're back on the field of play tonight at Wallace Black Field after watching the Blue Devils go for about 70, 72 yards on a drive after a recovered fumble by Turner.
See Coach Jenkins out with his special teams group, and it's going to go in the end zone. Good kick.
Good kick that time by Bennett.
That takes away all pressure of run backs, because in high school, when it hits the end line, it's automatic to the 20. So that's a big play when you've got a kicker that can get it in the end zone. And again, Tom, Josh Bennett, first time he's ever played football.
Is that right? He's got the
high
leg.
school football. He may have played. But I tell you, that goes to show you his athleticism, because how many times have you heard him say, you know, it's just really tough. This kid's playing safety on defense. You just don't jump out and play safety without any experience. That shows you what a smart kid he is as well.
That's right. Listed as a tight end also on offense.
And a good one.
Normally don't have that kind of leg snap for a kicker.
Blue Devils going to work defensively now. And oh, what a 7 points will do for you with Mr. Mo.
Just makes you step up and say howdy to the big Mo.
About 4 yards on that play, as limping off for the Blue Devils is Josh Edmonds. And he's going to say, well, he's going to try. He's going to come out. Coach has said, come on out and let's look at it.
Wide to the left is Johnson Thornton.
Mr. Watkins handing off.
Coming this way. Thornton needs to make a block. He didn't.
And the Blue Devils stop
shy of the first down,
Andrews before the first down is made, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 1.
Jimmy Bankin on the tackle. Might come out of the play. He's coming out a little bit. Replaced by number 33, John Segato.
So Alcoa sticking to the ground game, just trying to grind it out here. They're going to call for time.
That's
well,
the
3rd
end
quarter.
of the 3rd quarter with the score 7-7 at Wallace Black Field. And we'll be back for the 4th quarter right after these messages.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is the premier pharmacy service location. Let our professional staff help with all your pharmacy needs, answer your questions, or help with your medication management with our Medicine on Time packaging system. We also offer medication therapy management to ensure you're receiving maximum benefits from your medication. Diabetes care is available with one-on-one consultations, or you can attend one of our monthly diabetes information classes. Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood.
At OEB, we're committed to keeping you and your family safe. With the outbreak of the coronavirus, we understand you might be afraid to leave your house to get legal help. Now you don't have to. We can handle almost every aspect of your case electronically. Call 546-1111.
Well, back at Wallace Black Field, the Harriman Blue Devils, after 3 quarters of play, have come back to tie the Alcoa Tornadoes 7 apiece. We've just started, ready to start action here once the scoreboard gets set for fourth quarter action as the officials trying to get some help and trying to set the clock.
Pointing, looking, watching. We're live from Wallace Black Field. Fourth quarter. Live from Harriman. Somebody tell them, let's get the clock. Now we got it. We got 12. Oh, don't you love that live TV?
So the Alcoa Tornadoes, under the direction of senior quarterback Ben Watkins. He's a dandy. He's a big kid. And the Blue Devils thus far tonight have been able to keep him under wraps. This time he gives to the tailback. And the tailback, Andrews, twisting around. He'll have the first down as he'll cross the 30 out to about the 32-yard line. Where Jonathan Borum makes the stop, but it'll be a Alcoa first down.
First and 10, Alcoa.
And I tell you, once again, Coach Bailey has to be awfully proud of his football team.
He does. He does. Both defense and offense. Defense is holding that big kid to a minimum of yardage.
Double wide to the right. Watkins back. The blitz is on, and it's complete. Good play. As on his feet, out to the 43-yard line is T.J. Johnson. And Sagato that time almost getting to Watkins, but it'll be first and 10. The ball at the 43-yard line.
Justin Borum.
And as you see coming right here, Sagato almost got him. A good throw by Watkins. Good catch by Johnson.
Hold on, Borum. Hold on.
And a big hit by Dustin Borum. This time on the
That's a quick opener. David Cox carries.
And we're able to bring you this close-up vision here tonight because we use Roan Eye Center. Contacts. The fine doctors, Dr. Hunt, Dr. Galamudi, Dr. Wiki, office manager.
Thinking.
Mr. Fulmer.
We're across the 50 at the 49-yard line.
Almost another bobble snap.
Bobble.
And a good play as out on the right side, Goins and
Andrews, number 42. Still not
Clemens out there on the throw.
Third down and well, let's call it one. You're looking at it live, watching the Tornadoes and the Devils.
Well, it's a little less than one through my Roan County Eye Center contacts, and the ball is loose. Oh, what a lucky break.
Yeah.
That ball bounced right back into the hands
Borum almost had him
of T.J. Johnson, or Borum could have had not only the ball, but 6 points.
6 points, that's right.
Big break for Alcoa. As you see this replay, the pitch is behind him. Now watch the ball bounce right there back to him. Or Borum is right there. Sagato is there. Big play.
Fourth and long, 40 miles to go. Devils don't have anybody going back yet.
And Alcoa looks like he's going to have to take, well, it's an official timeout. Well, let's see who the official. They're going to have a Harriman
timeout against Blue Devils.
7-7 with 9:19 left. We'll be right back.
Muncie Pharmacy is your locally owned hometown pharmacy. They accept most insurances, so why go to the large chain pharmacies when you get better customer service at Muncie Pharmacy? Have a special prescription that needs compounding? Muncie Pharmacy can handle those needs as well. Muncie Pharmacy has a drive-thru for your convenience and offers free delivery in the Oak Ridge area. And don't forget the gifts that we have available for all occasions.
Here at Muncie Pharmacy, we take the time to know you and treat you like family.
Well, 9:19 left in this football game. We're all tied at 7 apiece. And again, we'd like to thank Roan Eye Center for helping us bring you live high school football. 882-7470 for all of your eye needs. Give them a call. George Fulmer, the office manager down there. Fine staff of doctors.
Back to receive the punt, Jonathan Borum.
Berry back to kick. Gets a kick. It's a high kick. It's a wobbly kick. It's a short kick, and it will get a big Alcoa kick.
Good bounce.
The bounce goes all the way to
Borum
the
wisely watching it.
Harriman 18-yard line. So, off of the wobbly kick, you take the 50-50 chance. That time it went for the Alcoa Tornadoes. So the Blue Devils will be taking over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line. 9:06 left in the football game. The game tied 7 apiece.
One lesson I learned the hard way is you don't know how that ball's going to bounce. That's why it's an oval and not round. You don't know which way it's going to go. Right now, it's a Blue Devils ball. We're coming back up this end of the field. Whistles blow. Play is in. And it's the Devils with the ball.
Justin Borum under center. Long count. Mr. Nate Gaskins up the middle once again. And once
Dragging
again,
several linebackers with him.
Nate Gaskin will pick up about
running
8 yards.
Running hard, Nate Gaskins. He's a senior. 190 pounds, 6 foot, it says. A big 6 feet. Runs hard.
Alcoa defensively trying to dig in. The Blue Devils under Coach Gary Bailey would like nothing more now than to eat the clock and really get into pay dirt with about 3 seconds left on the clock.
That would be nice, yes.
Justin Borum under center. Rolling out to the right. Looking, throwing across.
Oh,
there
boy,
it is to his brother,
Borum, wide
Jonathan
open.
Borum. And now the Blue Devils going to a control passing game, looking to just keep the ball moving. And really nothing risky, just good, solid pass routes.
Basic football. T.J. Johnson just had to eat that one. Look at the
you
replay.
Can see here as Bankin was coming in motion, and Borum you saw going up with the tackle and then coming across, getting inside the linebackers. Big play. 1st and 10 Blue Devils.
Well, that's an unusual motion.
Well, Bankin trying to get outside. He'll cut it up, and he'll pick up another 4.
Yeah, he gets it with the reach. Good reach.
The Blue Devils, really all night long on 1st down, have been in great shape. They've been picking up probably an average of 4 to 5 yards every play on 1st down.
Mavis Dean on the tackle from his outside linebacker spot. Anytime the linebacker makes these plays and not the line, you're gaining some yardage.
So the Blue Devils move it out now. They took over at the 18-yard line.
Split out right.
Justin Borum gives it to Gaskin again. He gets through. Good. Kept that head low, pounded his way out. 1st and 10.
Nate
for
Gaskins.
the Blue Devils.
Great handoff by a sophomore quarterback. I got a feeling we're going to hear his name several times in the next 3 years.
Blue Devils now under 7 minutes. Continue their quest for pay dirt. Coach Bobby Clark calling the offensive plays for Coach Gary Bailey. Borum this time will give to Jonathan, trying to cut it out. Cuts up, and again, he'll pick up.
A nice cut. Got an extra 3 or 4 yards there because of his cut.
4 yards. Tell you, the most impressive thing about this young man is his ability to stop, plant, and turn up the field.
You make that cut is where you gain the yards. You can't string them out all the way across the field like that and make any yards. A lot of people try that, but not Borum. He just cuts and goes.
2nd down, 6. 6:10 left in this football game. Borum under center. Quick pass. Out to Clemens. Clemens looking for running room. Clemens will get to close to a 1st down. He'll be about a half a yard short. Through my Roan Eye Center contact soft lenses.
Well, I don't have them, but I could make it out vaguely, barely. That play will get you 5 yards every time. They could have used about 6 that time.
3rd down, half yard to go.
Now what
the
do you
most
say?
important thing, the clock running. 5:30 left in the football game. The Blue Devils continue their march. Bankin into the slot to the right. Jonathan Borum around the right side, stretching it out. He gets outside. He cuts it. He gets inside the 35, down to the 32-yard line. Goes senior Jonathan Borum, Blue Devil, first down.
That's a first down for the Blue Devils. Advance a change. 5 minutes and 15 seconds. And the crowd gets into the game.
Tom, the other thing you have to really be impressed about this Harriman Blue Devil team, don't know that they've had but one penalty all night long.
You're right.
And when you come on a stretch run like this, that's the mark of a good football team. Alcoa wants timeout. 5:09 left in this ball game. 7-7 tie. We'll be right back.
Everyone knows OEB helps people who get hurt when someone else is negligent. But with the coronavirus pandemic, you may be afraid to leave your home to get the legal help you need. As always, we're committed to keeping you and your family safe. So, we want you to know that we can handle your case almost completely electronically. All you have to do is call. The future may feel uncertain, but we can get through it together. Call 546-1111. We're here for you. 546-1111. Call today.
Looking for Tony Brown.
And we're back at Wallace Black Field right here in Harriman. And we still got timeout. The Blue Devils, Coach Gary Bailey checking them out, charged them up. Need a long drive here. We got 5 minutes now. We need about a 5-minute drive. That's about what's happening here. Officials have not yet. Yeah, they are. They're signaling. Come on. Bring it on. We're live with Channel 7, bringing you the Coca-Cola Game of the Week from BBB Sports. We hope you appreciate it enough to talk to the sponsors and tell them how much you appreciate it. They're paying the bills, and without them, no reason for us to be here. All right, it's first down by the Devils.
Justin Borum under center.
33 yards to go. Got 5 minutes to do it.
Nate Gaskin, he'll take about 30 seconds or so right up the gut.
Oh, yeah, get up slow, walk back. That's right. Ease it on back. Use the clock.
Gaskin takes it just inside the 30. Clock turning. 4:46.
Bertram into the lineup. Number 2, a senior. Move it up slow. Use your clock.
Jonathan Borum in the slot. Look for him to get the football. On the reverse. Inside reverse.
That's
Jonathan Borum loose. Jonathan Borum down to the 20. Down to the 18-yard line goes Mr. Jonathan Borum for the Blue Devils.
I think he just kind of decided he might as well just try to take it on in that time. Enough of this using the clock business. Let's go.
Well, we're down to 4:29 now as the clock is stopped.
Here we go with the rebound.
And the clock
will start.
The clock will start. There it goes.
Good camera work that time on the replay.
1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. Clemens coming wide to the left. This time Bankin in the slot to the right. Borum around the right side. Borum gets by the first tackler, gets out of bounds. Coach Bailey would wish he could have stayed in.
All right.
But I tell you, at this juncture, I'm sure Jonathan Borum is physically worn out.
Well, he probably is.
But he gets it down to the 15-yard line. The clock stops with 4:04 left in this football game. 2nd down and 6 for the Blue Devils.
Watching him play basketball, too, he is a superior athlete.
I tell you, you don't want to leave a lot of time on if you can help it, though, because then you got to hold your breath.
That's right.
As Mr. Watkins would, I'm sure, air it out if he could. The Blue Devils, though, looking to try to get ahead in this football game. We'll call on Bankin. Bankin this time with running room.
Oh,
he cuts it back inside and will get it down to about the 8-yard line.
He's trying for that first down.
Which will be first, well, it's going to be short.
Not quite.
They don't mark it where the ball ended up. They mark it where his knee went down, and it's going to be short of the first down. 3rd down and a yard. As he was trying to extend his body to try to pick up an extra yard. Big 3rd down play, but you can bet right now it's going to be 4-down territory. Let the clock run. It's down to 3:30. So the Blue Devils have it 3rd down and 1. Alcoa digging in. Jonathan Borum finds a spot. He cuts it up and will be short.
Not an awful lot on that one.
Will be short of the first down. It'll be a 4th down, as actually he lost some on that play. And getting up for Alcoa is T.J. Johnson. So a big 4th down play.
Lindsey was on this side that time.
Coach Bailey may call a timeout here. He is. He's going to call a timeout. Good move on Coach Bailey's part. This is a critical part of the football game. Take some time. Make sure you got the right play that you want. Get everybody focused. 2:48 left, football game. Alcoa 7, Harriman 7. We'll be right back.
Coronavirus is changing the way we live our lives, but seriously injured people still need our help. At OEB, we're committed to helping you no matter what. So, we've introduced a system where we can take care of your case almost completely electronically. You don't have to leave your home for us to start helping you. All you have to do is call. The future may feel uncertain, but we can get through it together. If you're injured, you still deserve justice. Call 546-1111. Call right now.
Support community here. And we're back at Wallace Black Field. We're still at timeout now. The Devils are coming back out. We've got 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Stay tuned, of course, to BBB Sports Channel 7 for the scoreboard show, which will follow this immediately, if not sooner. It's a 4th down, a big 4th down, and a big 1 yard.
This could very well be the turning point of this ball game right here.
That's right. This is going to be the point. He gives it to Borum.
Oh,
yeah, he's got it plus. He's got it plus. He's inside the 5.
Borum carries it down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and goal with 2:42 remaining. We're tied at 7.
We're 1st and goal. 1st and goal at the 4. That was a big play, Tony Brown, a big play.
We're going to take over for Ron Berry as Ron's going to the station to get ready for the call-in show.
Right.
I know a lot of people will be calling in. It seems like a lot of the Roane County teams are going to be doing well tonight. So 1st and goal, it's Borum to the line under center. A movement there.
Oh, that'll be
so
a
that's
good
going to
easy.
give it half the distance of the goal. That'll put it down to about the 2-yard line. As the officials come in and check things off, let's see what they're going to say. I think it's against Alcoa, guys.
Yes, it is. Bound to be.
So we'll wait.
Bound to be. We'll hold it right here till we see. They are talking it over, though. Let's get the signal. Dead ball, encroachment, Alcoa.
Saw a move over there. I don't know what all the discussion was about, but that'll move it half the distance of the goal. It'll bring up another 1st down and goal, but this time just a little bit closer. You got to really feel good about your team here.
Oh, yeah.
With 4 downs.
Clock is running.
To go for a touchdown inside the 2-yard line. 2:16, back to live action. It's Borum, the quarterback, a sophomore. Hands the ball off inside. Don't think that there was much of a gain on that play.
Banking the carrier.
Banking just met a tornado.
That's what he ran into, a cyclone that time.
Got a Rockwood update. It's Rockwood 47, Tellico Plains 6. Nothing surprising there. It's Tellico predicted to be the
doormat.
That's right.
They're new in this division.
Kingston update, 40-16. Coach Vic King has to be pleased with his Yellow Jacket team. Borum to Borum. Fumble on the play. The ball squirted loose. Alcoa says they've got it as they come out with it, and the officials say
agrees.
Alcoa has it.
Who is that? 12 with the ball. That would be T.J. Johnson for the Tornadoes.
So Johnson recovers with 1:27 remaining. We're tied 7-all. So an opportunity for Harriman to score and put this ball game away, but squandered by the Tornadoes.
Or it's time for Harriman to suck it up now and hold them.
All right, here's the replay.
Look at it again here.
Borum the quarterback. Hands off to Borum. Borum comes in, hit hard right there, and you can't see who does that.
Folded back.
Back to live action. It's the Tornadoes back to pass.
He's going for all of it.
Oh,
nice
good job there by Borum.
By Justin Borum.
Borum comes up high. Number 1 against number 1.
By the sophomore defensive back and quarterback.
As Reeves was the intended receiver for Alcoa, but incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 10. And the ball's on the 4-yard line again. So Harriman still has plenty of opportunities here, Tom Moody.
That's right.
If they dig in again, the defense has come to play ball here tonight at Wallace Black Field.
Well, you can see what the Tornadoes' game plan is. Go for it. They've got to get out of this hole they're in because a field goal will win this game for Harriman at that end of the field. Wide outs on both sides. 1 running back. It's a fake coming this way.
He can't throw now. He's past the line, but he's coming to the 15, to the 20, 25. He steps out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. And the official there right on top of things.
Again, Justin Borum in on the tackle.
About a 21-yard run on the little fake curl around back to the right side against the grain. 1:14. We're tied 7-all, and this the first Coca-Cola game of the week. Timeout is asked for by Alcoa and will be received by the officials. With timeout, let's take a 30-second commercial break, and we'll come back with the conclusion of this ball game after telling you the score. Alcoa 7, Harriman 7.
All I could think about was the pain. I thought I was dying. 1 minute, I'm eating a delicious ice cream sundae. Next minute, my brain starts exploding. Couldn't even finish my ice cream. They shouldn't be allowed to make ice cream that cold. Someone has to pay.
If you've been injured, call us and let us turn your wreck into a check.
Well, the coaching staff is out on the field, charging up his players. Don't let that happen again. I can read his lips from here. And I don't have those super lenses that Ron was talking about. But I could see them better, I think, if I did. It's a first down for the Cyclones. The ball's at the 26-yard line. We've got 1:14 left in the game. And it's 7-7. Alcoa with the ball. He's going to air it out again, try to. Uh-oh.
Intercepted by Jonathan Borum.
Uh-oh. Look at what I found. That's what they did not want to happen.
And that comes at the 1:02 mark. Harriman right back in the thick of things again.
Now, of course, the field goal will win this thing. We've got 4 shots at it to see if we can get 6.
And here's a replay.
Let's check the replay on this one. Nice play. Borum just kind of waiting on it, dropping back just slightly to the left or right of your screen. There he is.
And nobody around him.
There he is. Nice cut.
Well, I tell you what, he has had a great ball game.
He runs hard. He runs hard, does number 5, Jonathan Borum, the senior. Back to live action now. Sophomore quarterback Justin Borum over the center. Gives it to big brother. Not much there. Lindsey. There's the big man, Jeffrey Lindsey. 320 pounds.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, just trying to set things up here, Jonathan Borum is the kicker for this team. Now, he's been punting and he's been kicking off. Don't know if he's the extra, if he's a field goal kicker. He kicks he holds for the extra points.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
So he's had a lot of playing time here.
They did let Josh Bennett kick just a while ago, so we'll
on the extra point. So we'll see if Bennett's the field goal kicker.
Right.
Oh, good play there by Reeves as he comes in and tackles Borum in the backfield at about the 19-yard line.
Well, and it's timeout.
Harriman's going to have timeout to talk about it, as it'll bring up 3rd down and about looks like a long 9. And we're going to keep it right here with 19 seconds.
19 seconds in the game. We have 3rd down. And that's doesn't matter right now. It's what do you want to do with it? You get it into the center of the field again. What do? You have time to get it in the center of the field. I'm not certain about their timeout situation.
Well, they'll have to be real careful right here if they call for a running play.
That's right.
You may want to try to to throw a little quick screenplay over to the short side of the field and see if they can get out of bounds or something, and see what kind of angle they can get at it. You know,
well,
Coach Bailey and them, Coach Clark, they're going to get down there and they're going to talk about it big time, because this. But on the other hand, too, now you got to be real careful here too, because you're going to go into overtime. So the advantage swings quite a bit to Harriman here.
The kick would be from about the 25, so it doesn't matter which hash mark it is at this point. Of course, they're going to try for 6 this first time. They're going to. This is third down. 19
so
seconds.
Borum, the quarterback, the sophomore, coming in duties tonight. The snap, back to pass. He's looking, fades back. He's got to get rid of it to his brother Borum, and it comes over. It's going to be a pickup of about 9.
He's out of bounds. Gaskins, number 35.
As Gaskin does a good job there.
Well, we're at 10 seconds. So that play used up just actually about 4 seconds. And it is fourth down.
So we're going to go for the field goal, guarantee here.
Oh, let's go for the win, yeah.
Try to keep up with the clock here and see if they can get a long snap and maybe try to draw Alcoa off sides and set up a first down before the snap.
There's a little confusion out there now. Bennett's back in. He came off and then went back in.
Bankin will be the kicker.
Bankin.
Jonathan Borum will be the holder.
Bennett's coming back off the field. He better hurry.
As long as we don't have too many on the field. Rather be short and it's up. It's no good. It's partially blocked. It's going to be way off to the left.
3 seconds left in the game. And we are tied at 7-7. Alcoa will have the ball. They have time for 1.
Well, Ron Berry, all I know back at the studio, just stand by.
Yes.
Because
we may not give it to you for a little while.
That's right. The big lady hadn't sung yet. Pat Sheets over here getting excited now.
Oh, me. Live high school football.
Now, let me tell you what's happened here. It looked to me like that several of the fans from Harriman either had a surge to the concession stand or thought they may be wanting to leave or something.
They're all
gathered at the fence down here now. They've come out of their seats. They're down here for a close-up view.
That's right.
And Alcoa says, hey, the pressure's on us. We've got 3 seconds. We want timeout. Let's go to a quick commercial break after telling you we're tied 7-7 with 3 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back.
All I could think about was the pain. I thought I was dying. 1 minute, I'm eating a delicious ice cream sundae. Next minute, my brain starts exploding. Couldn't even finish my ice cream. They shouldn't be allowed to make ice cream that cold. Someone has to pay.
If you've been injured, call us. But keep in mind, you need to really be injured.
You guys support community here.
And we're back to action here again as Alcoa just wants to go into overtime as the clock comes to an end. And at end of regulation play here this afternoon, we're tied 7-0. All right, now we're going to go back and, let's stay here just a moment and see if we can't get some of these scores updated for the folks out and about as I try to write them down. Tom, if you'll take over.
All righty. Rockwood is pouring it on Tellico Plains.
All right, if you'll give them to me, that would help.
47-6, Rockwood, Tellico Plains.
Okay.
And Carnes, Clinton 14, Carnes 0. Sweetwater 21, Wartburg 15. Ray County 31, White County 0. Kingston 40, Fulton 16. Maryville 14, Central 6. Oak Ridge 14, Bearden 7. And McMinn Central pointed on Sequoia 34-0. McMinn County, that was McMinn Central a while ago. McMinn County 10, Cumberland County 7. Halls 14, West 0. Farragut 43, Campbell County 0. That hasn't changed in a while. They must be taking it easy. Oliver Springs, Jellicoe 8-0, Oliver Springs. Okay, these scores, of course, coming to you right here on live Channel 7 BBB Sports. And we're here live at Wallace Black Field. You're looking at the huddle. Coaches, of course, talking to their guys. What are we going to do now? Let's take a quick 30-second break right here, and then we'll be right back.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is your gift destination. Shop the new plush selection for that special someone. We have Bath & Body Works popular fragrances and custom gift baskets too. Live and Let Live has a wide selection of gift and home decor for any occasion, from yard flags to selected jewelry, plus much more. We have Big Orange giftware always available year-round. And don't forget to enjoy a soda fountain treat while you shop. Live and Let Live Drugstore, Gift Shop, and Soda Fountain in downtown Rockwood.
OEB, we're committed to keeping you and your family safe. With the outbreak of the coronavirus, we understand you might be afraid to leave your house to get legal help. Now you don't have to. We can handle almost every aspect of your case electronically. Call 546-1111.
Oh, we got a barn burner going on here now.
You know what they used to call this?
What'd they call it?
A slobber knocker.
Slobber knocker.
You know, it looks like the Roane County team's all doing real well. We hope Harriman does real well. As you see the view of the crowds, there's Coach Bailey said, "Woo, boy, this is."
Give me another drink of water.
So now then the two captains will meet at the 50-yard line as Nate Gaskin goes out. And he'll be meeting Matt Byram. And they'll flip the coin again, and we'll go down to the 10-yard line, and each team will have a possession to see who scores first. One team scores. Whoever wins the flip, they can have their choice of offense or defense. And a lot of times it goes back just the other way. They want to be on defense
Alcoa
first to see what they're going to do.
Talking to Alcoa, see what you want to do. Gorgeous night for football here in Harriman.
Well, now Alcoa, if I was guess, would want to go on defense first to see if they can't stop them, and then that way,
and then they
Tom,
see what to do.
They'll know what to do, whether they go for a field goal. You know, I've seen several times that if they've got a good field goal kicker on the first play, just go kick a field goal in overtime. You know, so well, we'll just
that's all we need to do to win. Alcoa has won the toss, and they will.
Let's see.
What's he saying?
Shoemaker's trying to see which goal they're going to defend. He never did indicate what.
Alcoa is going on defense.
They're going on defense. They're going to be defending. I guess that's what
I predict that the Blue Devils will take the ball. Coach still talking it over. Boy, this is exciting. High school sports live from here.
Clinton update. We see 31-0 over Carnes.
The Dragons on the Beavers. All these scores and others will be given to you tonight from BBB Channel 7. The scoreboard call-in show. Ron Berry down there now, just kind of standing by. Be nice if we could take a look at him and see him standing down there. He's probably not very pretty right now. We'll see. Here we go. This is the first of 4 shots at the goal line from 10 yards. Sophomore quarterback Justin Borum.
Borum on the little reverse, the bank is Borum. Look here, Borum goes in for the touchdown.
Hey, that's easy. I can do that. I believe I could have gone through that hole.
Boy, that was a pretty play right there.
Good blocking, a slow developing play. You hold your blocks, and you get 6 points in overtime. Now then, of course, you get your...
And here comes a replay.
Let's take a look at it. Look at this hole. Look at this hole
Borum,
right
the
there.
banking, the Borum. Good job right there.
Blocks. All those seals and everything just held right. I don't believe I touched him.
Josh Bennett did a great job there in blocking for Borum to take it into the end zone.
Now then, the point after is Bennett this time, number 6. We shall see. Borum, the holder, is down. Distance is good. Height is good. Straight and true. He's got his PAT. Now the pressure is on the Tornadoes. They have the same opportunity. They get 4 plays. Only took Alcoa 1 shot at it. That's good. Don't wear your backs out that way. It's an overtime. And the score right now is 14-7 by the Blue Devils.
So Alcoa will just turn right around. They'll just trade. They won't trade ends. They'll just trade sides here, Tom. So now Alcoa goes on offense. The Blue Devils go on defense. You've got to give the credit to the Blue Devils. They have played tough defensively here tonight. Watkins, the quarterback, in OT. Alcoa trailing by 7. A pass.
He's
he rolls
all
out to the
by
right.
himself.
We're liable to go into double overtime. Both times he carries it in. Touchdown.
Made it look easy from 10.
Alcoa.
Now then, he's got to hit this PAT or it's turn out the lights.
Well, Barry will be the kicker, and here's the replay.
Take a look at it. He's all out there by himself.
See Watkins, the quarterback, rolling out to your right. Goes in. The officials indicate touchdown. In overtime, the first overtime, 14-13, Harriman leading by 1 with a point after yet to be attempted by Barry, number 7, as he limbers up a little bit.
Soccer style kicker. It's down. Oh my, it's good. Well now, so we're going to have to do it again, sports fans. And Ron Berry back at the studio. You just have to wait your turn. We'll give it to you when the action's over up here.
Tell you what they're going to do. They're going to take a timeout after this first overtime. Let's go to a commercial break. We'll be back to bring you the second overtime of this game after telling you we're tied 14-all.
Meet Jack. He was a happy guy until he got hurt in a car wreck that wasn't his fault. The insurance company seemed friendly enough, and they made him an offer. Turns out it was less than he needed. But how was he supposed to know? Seems like the insurance company was looking out for themselves. But no one is looking out for Jack. If you get hurt in a car accident, don't be like Jack. Make the smart choice. Call OEB Law and turn your wreck into a check. 546-1111.
Muncie Pharmacy is your locally owned hometown pharmacy. They accept most insurances, so why go to the large chain pharmacies when you get better customer service at Muncie Pharmacy? Have a special prescription that needs compounding? Muncie Pharmacy can handle those needs as well. Muncie Pharmacy has a drive-thru for your convenience and offers free delivery in the Oak Ridge area. And don't forget the gifts that we have available for all occasions.
Here at Muncie Pharmacy, we take the time to know you and treat you like family.
Coronavirus is changing the way we live our lives, but seriously injured people still need our help. At OEB, we're committed to helping you no matter what. So, we've introduced a system where we can take care of your case almost completely electronically. You don't have to leave your home for us to start helping you. All you have to do is call. The future may feel uncertain, but we can get through it together. If you're injured, you still deserve justice. Call 546-1111. Call right now.
Well, we're back again. As you see, Coach Bailey still on the field out here at the 20-yard line discussing this ball game. Got to be tickled to death with the performance of his team here tonight.
He's holding his court.
Just to go over some of the recaps of the ball game, the first quarter was scoreless. It was 0-0. In the second quarter, with 1:02, a 1-yard run by Alcoa into the end zone makes it 6-0. The point after by Berry is good, makes it 7-0. Also, Jonathan Borum with 1:06 in the third quarter comes in and has an 8-yard run. That ties it at 7-all. They come back in with a fumble recovery for Harriman at 1:24 on the 2-yard line. That's as right. It appears that the Harriman's going to score, but they fumble. And then they come back kind of gloomy just a little bit here, but the atmosphere changes quickly as Borum comes in with an interception with 1:02 remaining in the ball game to set things up. We go in then, we're tied 14-all at the end of regulation. So we go in, 7-all at the end of regulation. Right. Then we go in to the first of what would be 2 overtimes. The very first play after the flip of the coin, and Harriman gets the ball after Alcoa wins the toss. Harriman goes in for the touchdown. Bennett's good after that as Bankin bounces across. Josh Bennett kicks the point after. It's good. Harriman goes ahead in the first overtime. Then, again, just almost a replay as Watkins comes in with a 10-yard run around the right side. He scores. The point after by Berry is good. So we're tied at the end of the first overtime, 14-14, Tom.
That's right, after 2 plays in the overtime.
Right. You can't get more exciting than that. Take a timeout, go back and flip all over again. This time, Alcoa, they come out, change ends of the field, if you will, because Harriman wins the toss this time around.
That's right.
They go down. The first play is a passing play, and who comes in, intercepts it, runs it back for about 30 yards.
That's right.
We go back in.
Could have gone all the way.
I'm telling you what.
Could have gone all the way.
Tell you what, we got Coach Clark here. We'll come in here. Tom, get us suited up on this one right here. And for you guys in the truck, we're going to change and put him on a.
Going to have a coach in here just in a moment.
Coach Clark's come in. We're going to talk to him and see if we can't get him up here.
You don't know how much it meant to our boys and stuff to win this ball game. They all played hard. You know, just like I told them a second ago, we got a sophomore quarterback, and he's making audibles at the line, and you can see he made some great calls tonight.
Well, I tell you what, a good move by the coaching staff there. You got Borum, the running back who played quarterback, a senior. You bring the sophomore in. You don't lose anything. You gain things. I mean, they probably played together for years and years. That sets you up to where that you can come in with a halfback pass. You tried that once, didn't work real well, but we kept looking for that the whole ball game. But
well, yeah, we tried to run it there at the first half because I thought we was going to come out and run outside a little bit more. I should have ran it when we had about 30 or 40 seconds to go in the game down here, but I was hoping we could make a field goal down there, but, things went bad. But, we come over 2 big turnovers tonight to win this football game. And that takes a good football team to do it.
Well, I was real pleased with your defense, too. In the first where they held them down here on the 1 foot line or something, they dug in deep. They came back in and held them, and that was one good play there defensively. But then when you come back and you fumble the ball away over here when you're ready to score, and you come back, you don't lose your momentum. You don't. The kids don't drop their heads. The fans, they all rush to the fence wanting to watch, and we come in and intercept the ball again.
Oh yeah, that's a big play. It's a big play for Borum because he just turned the ball over. Then he comes and makes a big play on defense. And, people has doubts about Jonathan Borum running the ball. They need to come and watch him. Well, he can run the football, and I love giving it to him. I love watching him run it. Our fullback tonight played a big part too. Running up the middle, and him getting 5, 6, 7 yards. That opened it up for Borum a lot. And then Bankin done an outstanding job.
Well, you know, Bankin did a good job too in the overtime over here that just snuffed it. I mean, you could see from up here, Coach Clark, that Alcoa knew that they were in serious trouble then when they took and had the first play twice. You know, they come in, you know, they scored on the first overtime over here with a little run when Watkins, who's a great quarterback, you can't take anything away from him, curled around to the right side after he faked on the pass. Y'all were covered him good, but then come back right again and throw the ball, and Bankin comes in, steps in for the reception. I don't know if he knew he could run it back or not. Took off running. I was so afraid there was going to be a clipping or a holding penalty there.
You know, you talking about penalties now. You know, there really wasn't that many penalties now, you know. And I thought Bankin was going to trip before he got to. He was so excited because he knew he was going to score. He's so excited, but you know, big interception, and he scores in overtime. And you know, we got, you know, all of our players. We don't have no big superstar, but I think our boys will get after you.
Okay. And Coach Clark, again, Coach Bailey in his first year, you know, y'all have coached together for years, but his first year as a head coach, y'all have done a great job with these guys.
Well, you know, I'm so glad for Coach Bailey having a big game win like this and stuff. And it's took a lot off his mind. You know, he sits around and thinks, you know, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? And I keep on telling him, Coach, you know, we got some boys on the field to play. You know, just have faith in them, and he does. And I'm real glad for Coach Bailey.
Josh Bennett.
You know,
good job too, guys.
Hey, he's first year senior, and God, I wish I had him for 4 years. I mean, you know,
we made mention of that. This is the first time he's played football. He comes in and the kicks, does a good job. You know, he stretched out. I know that you could very well see it on the first play where you came in the second overtime. He was reaching over the pylons trying to catch that ball after the pressure on Borum in the quarterback slot.
And he about caught it. If we had about 2 more for the sideline, he'd have caught the thing. But hey, if he'd been here for 4 years, you know, he might be running quarterback right now. His hands are. If you've ever seen Bennett's hands, they are huge.
But again, big victory after the loss last week in Kingston. That just shows that you never, ever give up.
That's right. I'm you know, boys, they just got to come back and be ready for Scott County next week. Another big game. All of our ball games are big this week.
And speaking of Scott County, let's see if we've got a score on them. I don't remember if we had one or not. Don't think we do. Do not have a score on Scott County, they tell me. But anyway, Coach, we appreciate it. We're going to let you get on down there, and we're going to tell you that we're going to have this game, such an exciting game. We're going to replay it in its entirety Tuesday night at 7:30 and hopefully Wednesday morning again. So we're excited for your football team. Congratulations on a big region win.
Okay, we'd like to thank you all for being here tonight and giving us this exposure. And, you know, people can't come see the ball game, but they come and watch and paid $5. They got more than their money's worth. But we appreciate everything that you've done for us.
Okay, we're going to be calling you Monday. We're going to be picking our panelists that were in the attendance tonight. They'll be picking a Coca-Cola Player of the Week. We'll have them on Sports Around Roan, and Ken Jones will keep that tradition up, and we'll announce and call you and let you know who the Coca-Cola Player of the Week is.
Okay,
Coach Clark, thank you a lot. And again, congratulations to you, the coaching staff, and especially the Harriman Blue Devils. Well, is Ron Berry ready back down at the station for, I'm sure, what will be an exciting... Okay, they say we're going to take a little bit of a break here so they get set up down there and we can get tore down up here.
That's right.
So we can get down for the call-in show. But again, double overtime Tom Moody here tonight.
Oh, my, going to wait to see that on the replay again Tuesday night at 7:30 right here on Channel 7.
Well, guys, again, this is the first. It's a great show. We love being here. We hope you've enjoyed it. Again, if you go out to our sponsors, tell them that you appreciate it.
That's right.
And until next week, 7 o'clock, for the Johnson Coca-Cola Game of the Week, live from down at the Jungle, I'm Tony Brown, and on behalf of Ron Berry, Tom Moody, all the guys up on the cameras and at the studio at the office, have a good sporting week.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is the premier pharmacy service location. Let our professional staff help with all your pharmacy needs, answer your questions, or help with your medication management with our Medicine on Time packaging system. We also offer medication therapy management to ensure you're receiving maximum benefits from your medication. Diabetes care is available with one-on-one consultations, or you can attend one of our monthly diabetes information classes. Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood.
At OEB, we're committed to keeping you and your family safe. With the outbreak of the coronavirus, we understand you might be afraid to leave your house to get legal help. Now you don't have to. We can handle almost every aspect of your case electronically. Call 546-1111.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We'll buy it on the spot and we'll pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah. like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood.
Muncie Pharmacy is your locally owned hometown pharmacy. They accept most insurances, so why go to the large chain pharmacies when you get better customer service at Muncie Pharmacy? Have a special prescription that needs compounding? Muncie Pharmacy can handle those needs as well. Muncie Pharmacy has a drive-thru for your convenience and offers free delivery in the Oak Ridge area. And don't forget the gifts that we have available for all occasions.
Here at Muncie Pharmacy, we take the time to know you and treat you like family.
Coronavirus is changing the way we live our lives, but seriously injured people still need our help. At OEB, we're committed to helping you no matter what. So, we've introduced a system where we can take care of your case almost completely electronically. You don't have to leave your home for us to start helping you. All you have to do is call. The future may feel uncertain, but we can get through it together. If you're injured, you still deserve justice. Call 546-1111. Call right now.
Greg joined the military to serve his country and fight for freedom. He was a dedicated soldier, and during his days off, Greg enjoyed riding his motorcycle. But none of that mattered to the speeding driver who was texting and slammed into him. Greg had medical bills the insurance company refused to pay until Greg called OEB Law. When you get injured, don't expect the insurance company to put your needs first. Call OEB Law 546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
Everyone knows OEB helps people who get hurt when someone else is negligent. But with the coronavirus pandemic, you may be afraid to leave your home to get the legal help you need. As always, we're committed to keeping you and your family safe. So, we want you to know that we can handle your case almost completely electronically. All you have to do is call. The future may feel uncertain, but we can get through it together. Call 546-1111. We're here for you. 546-1111. Call today.
Today, I want to speak with you about coronavirus and a few practical ways your family can stay healthy. First, hand washing is essential. Children should wash their hands after coming in from outside, before eating, after coughing, sneezing, or blowing their little noses. Second, limit all crowds and explain that no one is shaking hands or hugging, because that is how germs can spread. While changes need to be made now, I encourage parents to let children know this will not last forever. I urge you to stay connected to family and loved ones, stay safe, and remember, while many of us are apart, we are all in this together.